The Fletcher-Munson curve, or equal loudness curve, is something that's very beneficial to understand as you start mixing, and there's a couple reasons why. So let's take a look at it. So the Fletcher-Munson curve. This is the Fletcher-Munson curve. That's great. I mean, it looks really cool, doesn't it? But what in the world is it? Basically, it's a definition of how we hear frequencies at different loudness levels. So it's basically showing on the left here the sound pressure level, and down at the bottom is frequency. So this is lower frequencies, and these are higher frequencies, and these are middle frequencies. And these curves are basically the loudness levels, so that it's saying that in order to hear something at a loudness level of 60, which might be me saying that's moderately loud, the 1K frequency needs to be at this sound pressure level. But once I get over to 50 hertz, it needs to be at this sound pressure level. And once I get to 20 hertz, it needs to be at this sound pressure level. So you can see that as we get to the lower frequencies, it takes more decibels to sound at the same level that it sounded at in the mid-range frequency with less decibels. And you'll notice that as we go over to the high frequencies, the same kind of jump occurs. And so in order to hear at about 8K, it's going to take more sound pressure level or decibels to produce the same perceived loudness to us. Okay? So that whole thing is kind of confusing. And so basically the gist of it is that when audio is loud, the highs and lows seem louder. When audio is soft, the mids or middle frequencies seem louder or more prominent. And the benefit of this is that when we're mixing at different levels, soft mixing or louder mixing, is very important. So if we mix loud, our high and low frequencies are going to seem louder. If we turn that volume down and we mix softly, now our mid frequencies are going to be louder. And so one of the biggest mistakes that occurs with novice mixers is that they mix loud the entire time. And what happens is they get everything sounding great, and the highs and the lows are really great sounding, but the mid-range frequencies are not as well taken care of. And so if you turn your mix down and mix at a softer level, you'll better be able to hear the mid-range frequencies and better get them balanced. So the key is, if you listen and you mix softly at a soft level, when you turn it up, everything is going to sound better and more balanced. And so that's kind of the relationship that we have here with mixing and the Fletcher-Munson curve, or equal loudness curve.